right then. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not going to ask you to back up like we usually do. With every other horse. Right. You're going forward.
Because I forgot your mic, sorry guys, you sort of have to look at me when you're talking.
Try and...
It's only a flag, mate.
So I'm just here asking him to move around me. I don't want him to get... Because he's 21, I don't want to over-tax him. But I'm going to show him very quickly that I move his feet. He doesn't move mine. So we'll get to place up here. And I'm going to get his attention on me. That was a foot towards me. So I've said, don't encroach on me. Now, a good thing to do is, because you said when you stand outside, he doesn't settle, and his head's going everywhere, and he's getting agitated. But what's happening? He's learned that rather than, because you can't park him somewhere out there, it's called parking now. You can park them, and we say when they move the feet. And the more we do our groundwork, the more they won't want to move the feet if we're not asking them to. Okay? So we say when they go. Alright. So when he wanders with his mind, his nose then goes and his toes will go. So where the nose, if that's what's happening, I think, out there. So he's looking places and he's going around you and not settling. So by just giving a little bump, not eyeballing him, I'm looking at the sort of peripheral vision. So I'm getting his attention. When he wanders, look, and then when he's with me, I relax. It's something you can do yourself, and you'll get a copy of this video. You'll see the video, so you can think, yeah, that worked. I'll do that a lot. So you could sit outside somewhere when you've got it good in here. So when he starts wandering his mind elsewhere, now he's been here long enough that it won't be fear, because fear there. See, he wandered. Now he's with me. Now I've relaxed. Okay, really important. He's got to start thinking of you as a leader to him. Now you, very often, more times than not, when the splash accepts you as more of a leader, hopefully the aggression will slow and reduce. I'm saying that all go because a lot of this, you have got some history between you now, so there is some of that. But the way horses' minds work, if they'll very rarely show aggression to the alpha horse, that's one up. You've got to be the one up that controls his feet. So hopefully, okay, right, I'm going to give you that for a minute. I might ask for it back. Okay, so I want his feet to go forward, but I don't want him to trot. So I'm going to check him every time he trots. He's got to feel peace when I don't trot. So you see how I'm checking him? Now, he took one step forward, then. Now, you see how I'm asking? There. Now, I've got my little walk there. Did you see? I kept asking until he found. Now there, I've said, don't worry about everyone else. Whoever has this rope and is connected to you as a human, we are now in charge. For the little time you're with him, he has to be, we are the alpha. We control those, and he listens to us. So there, look, see what I've just done? Okay? That'll be really clear on the video for you to process it. So now I'm going to ask again. Go. No, now. Because there was something in it for him when he walked around me, I'm going to ask him to just move over a bit. What a solid looking little fella, isn't he? So that's nice, he's not trotting. Alright? I'm going to ask him to back up now. I'm going to look at his feet, and I'm going to... Have you managed to do this much?
He kind of tenses up if I...
Okay, so I'm going to look at his feet, and ask with a tuck. Now I'm going to get elevated and big. Now I'm going to release a minute. Okay? And this is going to be a real, hopefully video, you're going to have a little ring around you. But he only comes into that if you invite him. Okay, now, I'm looking at the foot which is going to move. Which foot's going to move? Back.
The left
The
one.
one that's more forward.
Yes.
The left one, yeah.
So I'm touching, and I'm going to say, come on. I'm going to keep doing that until you break away. So that's about as firm as I'm ever going to get with him. But you know I said to you, you've got to start to be effective. Look at him looking at me.
Yeah.
This is also pins his ears constantly, goes to kick, goes to bite, and all the rest of it. And he very quickly will not do that with me. Okay, look at that, look at the intention. Now go forward. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I'm going to disengage his hindquarters. When he does it nicely. There. And follow. I'm going to think about his left foot here now. Landing. 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 Stopping. Thank you. Look at me. Look at me. There, thank you. Good. Okay. Things are starting, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think? It's like the Mongol.
Never do that for me.
Huh?
For me.
Well, we've got to
Never
get
do
you
that for
doing
me.
some of this in a bit.
Yeah.
I've got to do a good hour of it first. Stop. Give you a chance. Thank you. Back up. That was beautiful. Now I'm leading him here. I'm going to drive him now. I'm going to do a lot of leading to drive him. Because he's got to realise that we are alpha. We are controlling him. We can push him. We can lead him. And this is what they do. This is how they do. So there. Now I'm driving him. Now I'm driving him. Now I'm going to lead him around a little bit. So he's going to start to get an idea that he has to follow. Now he has to be driven. Now I'm driving him. So that's right. Now all I wanted was forward. So now we'll lead him. We'll start to figure this out. Isn't it? Are you understanding this?
Yeah.
I'm leading him. Now I'm driving him. I will hold this space here. So I'm driving him. Now I'm going to lead him. Remind me about the feet as well, okay? Remind me about the feet.
Yeah.
There's leading. There's driving. You see how this is coming?
Yeah.
You tell me when I'm leading or when I'm driving. For me. Okay?
Yeah.
So now
Leading.
I'm leading. Remember I did both sides.
Driving.
Leading.
Oh, leading, sorry. Sorry, I was just watching. Driving.
Beautiful. Disengaging. Beautiful. Leading. Beautiful. Disengage. He's very fit
Yeah.
physically for his age.
Yeah. Boy splash.
Absolutely lovely. Now you notice, stop. That was a very good stop for me. Okay? You come like a couple of paces too much. I want him to really connect to us so that when you stop, he stops.
Ah, he went back.
Beautiful.
He started to go back then. He thought he...
No, you see what I've just done?
Mm-hmm.
You thought he'd look over to you?
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, you're with me. Now, of course, later on down the line, if things are getting better, you don't have to do that all the time, but for the next month, I will.
Yeah.
Get his attention on you, a little bump, look. Now he's with you.
Yeah.
Now I'll soften a little bit. Let him know he's okay, but I still want you with me. Now I'm going to do the other side. A lot of the time, the other side's not quite so good because, obviously, we do so much this side.
I just say, when you go that way, it's a bit bright and you go a bit blurry, so maybe that way is better.
Okay. Yeah, we do so much here.
Yeah.
Kids on this side, put tack on everything, lean. So often they can be more difficult the other side. Just before I do the other side, what do you do in your stable?
Not a lot.
Yeah. With the kids,
Just because of how we can.
Yeah.
yeah. You don't know. I witnessed a horse. I was 11 years of age, and I used to go and help at a yard at 11. I used to go before school and after school in the Midlands, and I witnessed a trainer, and I used to ride this little horse, and it nipped him in the stable, and I witnessed. I've never forgot it, and he beat the horse up with a broom for about half an hour. Honestly, beat it up. That pony, from then on, used to be in his stable, used to be really pin your ears,
Yeah.
really worried, threatened and everything. Now to get rid of it in him. But like, he ruined that. So you don't know what's happened in the
gone
stable. This is it, you don't know what's happened. So I've never forgot that. Have I, mate? Have I? Did you ever lower his head?
Yeah, I've done
Is that working well?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, just to show him pieces. There's one thing I would do in the stable, if he was mine, was do a lot of head lowering.
Okay.
So he can
I've
feel
only
really
done it in
good.
the school. I haven't
Yeah,
done it in
well,
the
I'll put a bit of pressure there and a little bit here. You've probably seen me do that. So I'm going to just, right, and then just release him for his first little trot. Hey, mate. Hey, kid. Hey, kid.
Yeah, and he said, I'm not a kid, I'm 21.
Yeah, 21. There. Good man. Good man. Good man. Good man. Hey? Hey? You bite my nose? That's good. You have done that, I think. There you go. See? Hey. Right. Now, that was about me showing him you're not going to die.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an absolute leader, but I'm soft, and there's a nice side to me as well.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the time, a mare will be more in charge of a stallion in a herd, and they become lead. You know what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that gave me well, he kind of thought, you're going to fuss me like everyone else.
Yeah.
But he thought, yeah, that's it now. And he thought he'd come into my space and just... and they become lit, and it will all go very quickly down here again. Okay, so he's with me nice there. So remember what I did? Forward motion. So I'm asking with my hand, then I'm clucking, driving. Now you can see we've got the trotted again, because it's a different eye. I'm saying I don't want to trot. I want to be able to control your pace. Right. Just, do you see that 2 seconds there?
Yeah.
We said, oh, you don't want me to career around trotting.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh. Look at me. You're not going to be safe. You're not going to be safe. Stop. Oh. God. Nice. Beautiful. And see if he disengages the same here. So I'm going to really raise my hand, look at it, step back 3, 1, 2, 3. Good man. Look at me. Nice job. Nice job. There. You see where he really slowed his front down?
Yeah.
Stop. Disengage again. Right, and we'll see what it's like leading to driving. On this side, so that'll be my right hand leading. Leading. Driving. Disengage. Face. Lead. Don't need to go off like the bat out of there. You see in this eye a little bit more bothered, they always are.
Yeah.
A little bit more bothered.
Yeah, that's the side. If I lunge, he will shake his head, back, kick out
Yeah, this
on that
yeah.
side.
So what I'm looking for is a nice, yeah, not too bad, disengage. He's a bit stiff on this side. Now, but if I hadn't checked him
Yeah.
and said, no, that's not the answer, you're running into more pressure, he would be careering around now.
Yeah.
You see, I told him, that's not your answer. That's not your answer. That's your answer. That's your answer. Just follow mine. Just drive nice for me. Nice. Now disengage at your face. There. Thank you. Now I'll release yourself. Stop. Now, what's really going to help you if you don't lead? Now, you see, I'm coming into his space now.
Yeah.
We can decide to come in to their space or invite them in, but they can't just walk into our little room. Okay? This is slightly big for me. How do you think it's going so far?
Really good.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
He seems a lot more relaxed. I see. He almost seems like he's on edge a lot. You know, or has been. That's the most relaxed I've seen him.
This is where
for a
all
while.
a horse craves for, or the majority, there always is the exception. They crave for leadership. They crave for a handler that can control their feet.
Yeah.
That they're not allowed to. It's the way their brains work. So if they come in and take our feet constantly, they come into our space, take our feet, they knock us with their head, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
They career around and you're trying to control them and they're thinking, you can't control me, you're just an annoyance to me, I have to look after myself.
That's what I think when I'm, doing certain things with him. I think I get the feeling that he's annoyed.
And unfortunately,
I
mean, how much do you like the horse thing?
I do. I quite
Do you love
enjoy
it?
Yeah,
because
I do.
you will get better as the years go.
Yeah.
You're a now there. Look, he thought he'd just now he can see over there with the other eye.
He doesn't need to do.
No, unless he was absolutely petrified, then you'll know the difference.
Yeah.
Because their heads come up,
Yes.
wide-eyed, their breathing changes. Then you've got to give them their nature.
Yeah.
What nature demands from them to move their feet and to look at what it is and be alert. Right?
Yeah.
I have to give them that. But no, I don't want him just taking his focus off what I'm going to ask next.
Yeah.
Then, because what happens is we lose contact. And when you lose contact, he'll do all his thing out there, spinning around, taking a nose off you, and then it snowballs, then he thinks you're worthless to me. You can't control me. You can't look after me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pin my ears at you and bite you and kick you. Does that make sense? But
it
you
does.
will get better as time goes.
Yeah.
Always happens. So you're right at the beginning, really, aren't you? But it is a great thing if you can keep going with it. And the kids keeps the kids out of trouble.
It does.
Now, while I'm talking to you, he had quite a nice, being as it was his bad side, but remote, like you said, he careers around and shakes his head on. There was something in it for him, wasn't there? He just had a little break. All I did was bump on him twice to say, look at me, stay with me. And he's doing that now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Really good. Right then, so that's quite good. So I'm just going to soften now and just not far, so far ahead. I've got like, what, 3 or 4 foot? So that's how I would lead him. Now, a lot of people might say, no, stop. That was 2 paces, so I'll remind him about that. So you say, I looked at his feet.
Yeah.
I want him to stop immediately today for me because it'll have more of a meaning when you do it. But let him encroach, keep encroaching.
Yeah.
He'll kind of encroach on you more. But yeah, most people will say lead here. Yes, you can lead there. But after you get back to this. So if we went in a show situation, you know, you might have to for your children. Then after, go back to it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I was with a real mentor of mine, Bob Brannaman. He was asked in California by some jumping people. Well, that's all right, Buck. You're getting all this softness and getting all this lovely stuff. What happens is we go jumping and we have to take the hold. You know, you have to, don't you? You have to keep, you know, take hold of them and do the jumping, and they rip them one because they're against the clock.
Yeah.
So yes, do that. As soon as you come out the ring, beg them for forgiveness, get back to your lightness, get back to that light training. So that's what basically it is. You can do that, and you might push on you a bit in the show or whatever. Get back to your little exercises after. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yes, you can do that, but I would not for now.
Yeah.
And then release when it comes. Look.
Yeah.
So lead him. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
To be able to lead, because if it's too close, it'll deteriorate.
It will, yeah.
Yeah, and then there'll be a battle between you. So I'm just going to check this again now. Watch what I do with my feet with a new coming to this. My horse is just stop. I'm going to, as I stop, I'm going to send 1 foot back, and my shoulders are going to come back.
Okay.
You won't see me do a lot of this at home, but it helps for people like yourself who are new. So I'm going to stop. I'll count down from 3, 2, 1 to stop. Watch what I do. You see that?
Yeah.
So I just, as I stopped, that came back and
Yeah.
that came back. Okay?
Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
Can you just do it in another part because it's quite
Yeah.
blank?
And it will really help.
Yeah.
Now, he hasn't really pinned his ears at me once, has he? Have you noticed?
Yeah. They're back, but they're not pinned.
Oh, no, that's not pinned. That's...
No.
Right, watch me again. See?
Yeah.
And then ask for attention. Back up 3 paces. Now, I'm going to move. I'm going to look at the feet. I'm going to wave my arm and say, that's where I wanted you. So, that makes sense?
Yeah.
I haven't got annoyed, I just got useful with those feet. Now, I'm going to attempt now to show him that I can park him where I want to park him.
Okay.
Important for me if he's getting agitated out there. Now, if he moved with me out there agitatedly, then I would move him.
Okay.
Now, I've already shown him by moving him, I mean, like, I might disengage him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm working on something useful. Then I might say, stop there, park back 3 paces, and stay there while I'm talking to my friend. Okay?
Yeah.
And then, now and again, in your peripheral vision, if he's starting to think over there, because remember,
Yeah.
where his ear goes, his nose goes, those toes goes. He
Yeah.
starts, so try and,
Keep him
it's a lot to
on.
take in, isn't it?
It is.
The videos, you can really watch video with him,
Yeah.
and it's really going to help. He's with me, beautiful. So I've parked him there, haven't I? Now I'm going to attempt from where I am to park him here, somewhere there, without me moving. Again, it shows that he'll know that, look at me. Thank you. He'll know that I'm moving him. Disengage, back up. Park himself there. Thank you very much. You see what I mean? So I'm controlling his feet. Mine don't have to move. And that's the deal. So I'm going to park him over there. So, come on. Disengage, back up. Well, come on. Park yourself there. You see, I would do quite a bit of that. But you're driving in, disengaging, look at me. Right, that's quite good actually. Better than I thought that would be.
Yeah.
Now, there's an exercise now I'm going to do, which is really going to show him that my space, when I lead him by me, is it's all been behind me, hasn't it? Stop, stop, stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't really, sometimes I'm asking for his hindquarters to go there and he's kind of not getting away as much as I want. So I'm going to use one of the boards now. I'm going to send his feet through a gap.
Right.
I'm going to send it through a gap. Now he might, as I close the gap up now, come into me, I will block him. He might have a little shock, I won't hurt him. He's got to know, look at that, it's beautiful. That's really nice.
Flash.
What you've got here. Right. But I will wear off after today.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
it's you and your sister who've got to... Right, so I'm going to start, thank you, Splash. Right, so I'm going to start here. And I'm going to try not to move out of a little ring here, right? And so there's my little imaginary ring, right? So I'm going to try and stay in here. I'm going to try and get him to come through. And I'm going to try and disengage him and get him to come through. And disengage him and get him to come through. And then I'm going to close up a little bit. Okay? So again, I'm showing him I move his feet. He never moves this human's foot.
Yeah.
Alright? So now I'm going to keep on going here till he goes forward. Right, and step forward. So from breakdown, sometimes breakdown's good. There. So he's gone through the gap. Now I'm going to look at his hindquarters, go through that gap. Good. Disengage. Go through that gap. Now he's very much stiffer this side. Lovely that side. That's because we don't do enough. You notice I'm closing up now.
Yeah.
Actually, much better than I thought it would be. Tash.
Yeah.
Things are, the groundwork's going great. I can feel big changes in Splash. But I did really, welcome when something happens to really reinforce the need for not pushing into a person or maintaining the space, like moving shoulders away, moving the front end away. When you ask a horse or pony to move around you, and I find there's huge changes with ponies, horses, when they start to realise, I'm really serious about my space. I'm a real kind leader, but my space is everything. And you're going to see that now. I've slowed it down so you can actually see what happens. And it was a real, I really welcomed it, and things really got better. Better than it has been going. When Little Splash realised, oh dear, yeah, definitely, I hear what you're saying. Thanks for telling me. It makes a massive change to the way he's thinking. So you'll see that now. It's exactly as I've just finished. I've cut nothing out. As that's just finished, I've just cut in here. You'll see now that, and I'll play it a couple of times so you can really see how he almost sort of pushes through me and how quick I am to block him, say, no, that is over with. My space is everything. So it's a good clip. Tip, really important now, because he pushed on me.
Okay.
So this is what's really there. Look at this. Now, you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So he's closing right up to this board. Look at that. There. Now I'm like 36 inches, and he didn't. That's beautiful. Now, because that was nice, very stiff this side, but if he's riding nice, stop. Back 2, 1, 2. Look, thank you. That's a brilliant exercise. He did brilliantly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I guarantee when I first started this, I hadn't done any of what I've just done. That wouldn't happen like that. He'd have been pushing on me and getting annoyed. Now then, I'm going to be real soft with him now. Haven't we, mate? Yeah, well, I was saying about the stiffness of the ride. He's 21. With your experience, you're probably not going to change that. And if it's a nice ride, the main thing is the aggression, the feet handling. Yeah? So I'm not going to dwell on that.
Yeah.
If he was a 5-year-old, then I'd be talking to you about that, a wee sister. Okay. Okay, mate. You want to come around here, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mate, you're looking over there now. You're saying, what is this about? But, yeah, each time as a leader I firm up with the feet and the space, it's the passive leadership there comes in where we're nice together. This is how it can be, but I'm the leader.
Yeah.
Too much to take in?
No.